What's up? What's up? What up? What's up? What up? What's up? Okay, what's up? What's up, man? Um, Real quick, right off the bat, I want to say my computer's been broken, everybody. So, I wasn't able to record video and put out my One Piece 96 and review right with the camera. So I was trying to get it fixed. It's still getting fixed. It'll probably be ready in the next couple. I have a friend fixing it in the next couple of days. But so I just decided I'm gonna put out a little audio clip, right? So um, I was thinking about doing a full review of 896, but I think I'm just gonna do a fight recap, right? Because um, the fight ended, right? So I just want to give my little 2 cents on what I thought of it, and yeah, I mean, so let's just get into it real quick. And once again, I apologize for not with my whole computer thing. So, all right, here we go. Pretty much, this fight it picks off right where we last saw it, where Katakuri and Luffy they're both shooting out. Pretty much, I mean, Luffy's shooting at his top tier weapon as far as we know within this form, the snake form, the King Cobra, and it looks like it's shooting right. It's about a foot away from Katakuri, and on the other side, Katakuri's spiked mochi is about a foot or two away from Luffy too, and above him, and it just stops. They both stop mid blast, mid blasting each other, and you think to yourself, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, they both pull back their weapons, and you're like, all right, did they both unlock observation, and did they knew that they were both gonna hit each other, or what the? And then when I first saw it, it looked like Luffy was about to jump at Katakuri, because it shows cracks under them. It looked like a Dragon Ball Z, like a jump. You know what I mean? Like a blast off. But he ended up just falling through a hole that was under him. The foundation under him just gave out, and he fell. And Katakuri's just looking at him, and you're thinking to yourself like, all right, what happened? And then he's at the bottom of the hole, just pretty much just fried, bro. He at his wit's end. He he looks like how he looks like when he does Bound Man for too long. He's just, he's got that steam coming out of his mouth, and worse for wear, bro. And then Katakuri's not looking too hot either, bro. And then all of a sudden, bam, Katakuri hits the pavement or the mirror. So they're both. This was kind of like, I don't know, bro. I did not see this coming at all. I did not see Katakuri falling here. Um, yes, he has that wound to the side of him, um, and some people were saying that Snake Man, when it hit him just because it hit him in his body. That wound exacerbated the issue there. It made it so that, you know, the blood shot out of it, or maybe a kidney popped out, or you know what I mean. Some entrails might have decided to take a walk outside of his body, and next thing you know, he dies, or he doesn't die. He passes out. Right? They're both passed out. So I don't really know. At first, I didn't know how I feel about it, but how I felt about it. But I mean, between the fight, we just get a little thing where it's like, um, I mean, it shows Capone and those guys and Luffy's crew and stuff. And next you know, just when you think Luffy's out down for the count, he puts his hand on the hole where he fell. He gets up, and he just shoots himself up with his arm. He just gives it a quick boing. It shows a little sounds like boing. He just bounces out of there, and he's ready to go, bro, Pirate King style. And then Luffy remembers what his crew told him. He's having like a resounding, that the message is resounding in his memory. He's remembering that he has to meet up at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? And he's thinking to himself, like, what time is it? And then he looks up, and Katakuri's just straight up looking like he's standing up. He got up, and he looks like he's about to straight up just really just curb stomp Luffy, bro. It looks like we're about to see like an American History X, like put your teeth on the curve, bro, because you're about to get stomped out. And but then you see Katakuri's face, and he's looking like he just busted himself a couple knots, bro, because his face just looks done, bro. He's done. And like he shot his load already, so someday. And then he just says, he asks Luffy, he's like, someday will you come back here to defeat Big Mom? Like he's saying it almost just like under his breath, like he's just mustering it out, because he probably, and then Luffy of course says, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be the king of pirates, bro. You know what I mean? Don't forget that. And then Katakuri's like, you're looking pretty far in the future on that one. And so a lot of people in the fandom are thinking like maybe, obviously this is you don't know how loosely of a foreshadowing it is as far as does he actually see this? Does he know this is gonna happen too, or what? And then he just shoots some blood out of his mouth, bro, like tuberculosis style, and hits the ground. And Luffy's shocked. He's like, what the I just hit you with the fist a little bit, bro. I didn't think you were gonna. But he doesn't realize that hole is pretty bad. The one he gave himself with his trident. So then Luffy, to go ahead, he has respect for him. He puts the hat, not the straw hat, but the other hat he had over his mouth, and probably just so that when people show up, they don't. He still has a chance to not at least be completely, because we saw how his other family members, Katakuri's other family members reacted. So he would probably be like ousted or just whatever. And then next thing you know, at the end of this fight, a lot of people saw this coming. Peckham's, he shows up. He's wearing a different outfit, and he's he has what's her name? Brule. He has Brule tied up, and he's like, man, I can't let Luffy die here, bro. He's like, big bro Pedro, he martyred himself for you guys, bro. I can't just let this shit happen. So so that's pretty cool that he shows up at the end. I saw that coming. Most people, I think, kind of did, but and then we get Sanji's still kind of waiting for Luffy to come out of the mirror. It's 5 minutes till 1 a.m. So, meanwhile, Oven is chilling on the other side of the only mirror to get in, and he has a bunch of the other crew members just waiting all around, all with their weapons. They have scythes and shit, like ready to circumcise a dude, and and Oven looks like he's ready to bake someone, bro. He's ready to turn people into lasagna. He has fire coming out of his hand. He looks like he's not playing, bro. He's got that smirk going, bro. He's got that, yeah, bro. If you look at his face, he looks like he's ready to just straight up give someone a twice baked. He's ready to give someone that old bake job. So, yeah, bro. You know what? I don't really know how. For a while, I don't know how I felt about that fight. I hear the argument that he had a hole in him and they punched him for a while, and but I don't know. I mean, so we're pretty much saying that the hole that Luffy had didn't affect him nearly as much as the one that Katakuri had. I mean, I hate getting into all the details, but it's like, okay, was he hit on a certain organ that Katakuri wasn't? Was he hit not deep enough? Did he hit some of his ribs? Or is Luffy just has more endurance? You know, these are questions that Oda likes to just kind of just cock tease us, bro. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. It's like, you gotta. I mean, this fight has been teased for a long time, but it's like, come on now, bro. Give us a little more details. You know what I mean? I love Oda, but come on, bro. Like, give me something I can really work with, so I can, as far as justifications on shit. Especially because in the Discord, like if you're in like if you're talking to people that like One Piece and you're discussing it, there's so much room for interpretation, and it normally comes down to like, oh, like you know, a lot of people are either biased because they like a certain character more, or sometimes it's just kind of like, you got the guy that's always like, oh, well, Oda didn't write it yet, so there's no point arguing it. It's like, I'm tired of going back and forth between those two things. I mean, I love it because I can speculate all day and it's fun, but at the same time, it's like, I would like to be able to just know like this and this. Like, I want a couple black and whites now and then. Everything's just gray at this point. It's like, give me a little, yeah, I mean, give me a little bit of mathematics, bro. Give me some numbers I could work with. Don't just, you know what I mean, throw shit at me. And it's like, we just have to interpret it all day long? Like, fuck. But I'm not complaining. I still like the fight. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good fight. A lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was pretty badass. You know, new form, all this shit. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on the fight. I'm looking forward to see what happens next week with this. If Luffy comes to the window, and what Big Mom's planning on doing in Capone, and it's boiling to a pretty little another little explosion here as far as plot. So, all right, bro. That's gonna be my fight recap. Not a full review, but partial review, fight recap of this week for One Piece 896. And once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Later, bro. Later, bros. Later, later, everybody. Later, everyone who watches. All right, later.